What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. What's going on to all my future all-star fighters? This video is going to be about some basic fundamentals, and it's more up here to be successful in all-stars. You're already a smart player. You already got a good amount of power. The battle is up here. I'm going to describe what I'm talking about and some key things that you need to do to be successful. My big thing: be water, my friends. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I was having some discussion on Discord. We were talking about the last semifinals all-star, and this is basically going out to all my future all-star fighters, all you guys inspiring to get here, how you get past the preliminaries, how you get past the semifinals, and how you get into the finals. In my server, I'm the biggest player, so I'm the rally setter. I'm the guy that will kind of, just sit there and not have to worry about bubble and things like that. And as you can see right here, you get into some of these groups and there's 5 billion power players. Like, I'm the small guy. I have to change the way I do things, and good leaders know how to follow. So you can't be a good leader if you don't know how to follow. And what do I mean by that? Big shout out to Ichiro. I might have said his name wrong. I'm not too sure. He only said it like once or twice. My apologies if I said your name wrong, but he was basically, our rally setter. And he was the guy mainly kind of, running the shots, setting the rallies and things like that. And I'm used to being that guy, right? So what you need to do when you get into situations like this, it's not a individual game, right? Every team that we faced had a 5.7 billion power player. So this guy was on another team, Sardine was on another team, and then Dad Bod. It was all three of those teams had a 5.7 billion power player, and our highest was 3.4. So I was thinking, I'm like, man, this is the second time, that we've been to Underdogs. We're gonna get destroyed. It's no big surprise. I got zero pretty quickly. I got a strategy coming up. I can't release that yet because I can't. You just can't spill the beans before the fight. But you guys will see it on my stream. But anyways, to be successful, it's a mindset thing. I was basically, the scouting guy. I was trying to facilitate, trying to give reinforcements and things like that the best I could. I wasn't the rally setter. You got to have people doing different roles, okay? There's going to be the rally setter. There's going to be that guy that's setting all the rallies. You're not always going to be that guy. All of these people, I guarantee you, are used to being that guy. There's a lot of these bigger players are used to being that guy. Well, when you get in with other people that are larger than you, you have to fill those roles that you wanted others to fill, right? So if you were a leader in your server and then you get into All-Stars and you're still trying to be that guy and you're not, you're going to be hurting the team. That's basically how we ended up winning. We had a lot of guys that fell into their role. Granted, it took about 20 minutes or so. It's really hard when you stick a bunch of people together. That's kind of why I'm getting this out there, is so that way you guys in the future, when you guys get into this situation, the day before you look at it, you're like, okay, I'm not the big guy. I'm going to have to facilitate other things. I'm going to have to give scouts. I'm going to have to call out rallies. I'm going to have to call out things. The rally setter cannot do those things. He is specifically there to set rallies. That's specifically what he's there for. You need to fall in. You need to figure out where you're going to be. And if you don't do that, you're not going to be successful. Why do I say that? Is because a lot of guys that we were facing in these other teams, they were solo marching Constantinople, where we had 25 million troops. There was some guys that were soloing me when I had reinforcements of 7 to 13 million. There was a couple of different instances. And they're just soloing me and they're losing 200 million power. And why are they doing that? They're trying to get points. And that's actually hurting the team entirely. All you got to do is be smart, Ghost your troops that you can. Facilitate and fall into roles that you might not be. Maybe you are that rally setter, but probably you're not, because you're only going to have one of them. You know, you can have two, but you're only going to have one or two. I just want you guys to know that going forward, if you guys want to be successful, it's not just, oh, who has the bigger power player and who's going to impose their will. We were destroying everybody, and we were not the biggest team at all. There was 25 million rallies going against us, and we were still coming out on top. I mean, we won by a pretty so as you can see right here, this is us right here. We're Bear, right? We won by a pretty substantial number. I mean, we beat everybody by 20,000 points. And look at me. You know, I was way down here. But you know what? It didn't matter because I filled in my role. I allowed our team to do what it needed to do. The top 20 get it. Evony, I was kind of knocking on the game. I was kind of ripping on the 9 million power player. You know, that's a bad. I shouldn't be doing that. I shouldn't be doing that. You know, maybe he was scouting and things like that. I shouldn't just judge people for things. You know, that's not right of me to do, and I own that. All you need to do, especially until you get to the finals. You know, everybody wants to get to the final, especially guys like me that are kind of the medium to smaller players, especially in finals. I'm one of the smaller players. You know, I'm in the lower 50% threshold. In semifinals, I was probably in the upper 50, and then in the preliminaries, I was probably the upper 25%. But you keep going down every time. And all we needed to do is we needed to have a successful team. And if we had a successful team, I got to finals. I didn't think I was going to make it. I don't think a lot of us thought we were going to make it. But you know what? We stuck together. And even when you're against the ropes, if you stick together and you fall in and not everybody's just trying to do their own thing. Yes, if you watch the stream, you know, for the first 20 minutes, man, it was like nobody really knew what was going on. And then there was a weird pivot when I was zeroed. I think I had like half a March that I was ghosting. And I was just filling that in on rallies. Well, then I said on chat, I was like, man, I'm gonna start scouting. And we got a really big hit on a dude. I want to say it was like a 900 million hit. Like it was like a 1-to-2 ratio. Like we scored good. And then there was another guy. He's like, yeah, I'm gonna do that too. And then it just started. Then the chemistry just started clicking in, and that's how you do it. That's how you do it. You got to step up. You got to be a follower. You can't always be that guy, you know. So, and you guys can also, once you get done with All-Stars, now I have a perspective of being a smaller player. So now I can actually help my alliance for them to, I can give them advice because I've done it at kind of a higher level being that smaller guy. And now I can give it to them at a smaller, at a kind of a lower tier level. And it should help out pretty well. It's kind of the old Special Forces thing. Improvise, adapt, and overcome. Guys, make sure you guys are improvising. Make sure you're adapting. Make sure you're overcoming the situations in which you get put, you put yourself in, or you get put into. And that's kind of what I'm trying to get to you guys. Don't get stuck in one role. Your role's going to change. Be fluid. Be like water. You know, adapt to your surroundings. Don't think you're too good to be the scouter. To be honest with you, the scouter is probably one of the most important roles. It really is. They're giving call outs. Call outs, you're a shot caller. Like that's a big thing. The rally guy, all he's doing is setting up rallies. I mean, yes, he's getting the big numbers and he's rallying it and he's kind of carrying it and he's the strong guy. Yes, but he can't do it alone. All these 5.7 billion power players, they couldn't do it alone. They didn't win first place. I don't necessarily know what finals is going to be. You know, we'll see. I'll give you guys an update on that, but that's just kind of my perspective for semifinals. Our preliminary was pretty much like that as well. So adapt, guys. Adapt, adapt, adapt. All good leaders know how to follow. You guys have a good one.